Monday night at the draft here. Super thrilled. Obviously, you come to an establishment for the products. The beer is top notch here at Working Draft, no doubt about that. That's why you come. But what the reason why you stay is the community. As I've heard before, as you've heard before out here, community's unmatched. Good people, good times. You're more than welcome to get another beer and hang out and just be with your friends.
So, my name is Ben Pfeiffer. Went to UW, went to journalism school. We wanted to make a community space that just everybody would be welcome. Beer has been a sort of a little bit gentrified and a pretty white space, and honestly, our space still is, but we're trying to just be welcoming to as many different people as we can. And so we do part of that is we have a big open airy tap room that's well lit. So we want to make it open and accessible for people who have kids. There's still a lot of good beer out there, but a place that you can come and hang out with your friends or maybe make new friends, have new experiences. Um, our world needs more spaces like that. Monday night there's a Magic the game, the card game group that comes every Monday night. We don't even have to like hear from them. We just reserve a table for them. Same thing with an art group that comes every Monday night. They've been doing it since the year we opened.
It really has been the main way I've made friends as an adult in the last 3 or 4 years, especially since pandemic. Like I moved to the city, had a lot of friends through work. They all move away. We have a crazy life changing event, and then now I found this old to new hobby, and yeah, I've spent a little bit of money on it, a lot of bit of money on it, but making dozens of friends has been worth it. Like it's 90% of my friends that I have now are through this silly hobby card game that is, a teenager's children's game, but a lot of us like-minded nerdy adults are here playing it.
Yeah, so this group, and it's kind of the same, right? And I think we found Working Draft not by accident because it is a community. Community values are really strong to us, are really important to us, and being welcoming, being inclusive, and like like being welcoming of artists of all abilities, like all media, being welcoming to all like artists of all identities, incredibly important, all expressions. Um, so I think there is kind of that mirror between how Working Draft operates and how we see ourselves like operate as a community unit. So yeah, that's my favorite part about it is the community.
These two groups come in every Monday night, and Magic, they're playing games. Like, what if we made like Monday night a game night? And actually, so the first idea was like do a Monopoly tournament. That probably not Monopoly because that would take 37 hours. But then I had the idea like it would be sort of a fun thing to do. Is like, what if we had like just got a big bucket of Lego, and like gave people like a pile of Lego and like, all right, you have 30 minutes to build the Eiffel Tower or whatever. And like that sounded sort of fun. So we did it, and the first night we did it. Like 3 or 4 teams came, but like they were all just like this is so cool. We've never really been at a place that did anything quite like this. Like, are you going to do it again? And we're like, yeah, sure. And so we just saw that the energy and the involvement for Lego Night just kept growing, and to the point where we were like, I think this can probably happen every week. And so at the turn of the year, we switched it to every week, and um, the last two, so we give everyone like a bucket of Lego, and we had 16 buckets, and the last 2 weeks, like we ran out of buckets. So we're gonna have to go buy some more buckets. So yeah, so it really grew organically, and but it's super fun. I think it's sort of become one of the things that maybe not define us, but like is a little bit of a calling card for us.
All right, so working draft Monday night. Been here for about, say, 45 minutes, an hour. First time here. Vibes are great. Community, everyone's really nice. Everyone's smiling. Just went up to the bartenders, told them it was my first time here. They got me a little Czech pills. Can't go wrong. So, highly recommend coming to working draft for Lego night.
I like coming here on Mondays because I enjoy getting to make Lego creations with friends and with my kiddo.
Hey, Garth Brew Bar here. Loving the vibes on a Monday at Working Drafts. The culture here is pretty awesome, open, inviting, and they're doing some cool activities with the Lego build to draw a crowd. There's some kids outside, so they got indoor-outdoor action happening. They're just making it as inviting of a place as possible, which is pretty awesome for a Monday. And with so many places that are closed on Mondays, it's hard to come by a good place that is open and to not just be open because it's Monday, but to like do cool things. Also, it's pretty sweet of Working Draft.
But there's only one winner, and round two's winner was Pac-Man and Ghosts. Good job, good job. So round three is a little bit more of a conceptual one, so I think there's going to be a lot of different ones here. April Fools. So whatever, maybe the best prank you play, maybe prank us, I don't know. But April Fools, so you have 20 minutes. Good luck with that one.
The idea, like the seed was first planted by the art group that comes in on Monday night and the magic group that comes in on Monday night.
Yeah, so it started off, we used to be at the old Cardinal Bar. That series kind of ran for, I want to say, a couple of months in the summer of 2017. So it was summer 2017. And then my friends and I who had been going to that were like, this is so fun, we got to keep doing this and keep hanging out. We've already made it a habit, let's just keep doing it. It's definitely the approach to how it's integrated in community. When I was first learning about the space kind of in its planning stages, he was telling me like it was seen first as a community center and secondarily as like a brewery or tap room. So that like the primary focus is on the people, on its integration into community, and onto like kind of it being a welcoming space for all to enjoy. And that plays out in everything that they do here.
So I think my favorite thing about Mondays here is that the group of people that shows up is always changing, and there are so many different hobbies, and like it's this big confluence of all different kinds of creativity and inspiration. You kind of never know what you're going to get. What I like about the art group specifically is the spicy brains. You never quite know what you're going to hear somebody start talking about. It's all kind of fair game. That's what you get with artists.
I've been coming to the Working Draft art table Mondays since probably 3 months ago. My favorite part is that there's just so much going on. There's people doing Legos, there's us on the art table, and people doing tabletop games. It's just like a really fun vibe with a lot of things going on. So far, my favorite experience has just been like everybody's really memorable, and like it's really fun to meet new people like this. And I appreciate that every time you come here, somebody new is going to be here, or it's just like a nice way to meet people.
I'll send one of you. The trawler and
Mondays mean to me a chance to get to hang out with some friends that I met through doing this, and a way to make Mondays a little less sucky.
Because it's every Monday, and you see these people once a week, and we all have at least one hobby that we can all talk about. I used to live, honestly, just around the corner, which is why I'm willing to drive. I already know these guys, and like it's worth coming down into the city every Monday for the group because I already know everybody.
Like I said, there's the nostalgia element, which I think is a big thing for a lot of the people. Like it's just that it was a thing that played as a kid through various circumstances, didn't keep up with it. Like I joke about there being too nerdy in high school. It's more you have so many other things going on, with their sports, student government, all the whatever.
But the social aspect is a part of it.
Yeah, and I think that when you're a kid you don't pay attention to the social aspect of it because it's so easy to make friends as a child. Like you're forced with these people with school, and you're like, oh, these are my automatic friends. But then as you're an adult, you don't have automatic friends anymore, so you have to make that little bit of work effort. But if you can make less effort because you have that shared commonality, it just smooths over the whole process. And I'll spend I'll spend $2,000 a year to make a dozen friends as an adult, where otherwise you have what avenue to meet people. Like it's having that built-in shared interest, and it makes it so much easier. Yeah, it's worth it.